Hi, girls. Okay, so now um, I really want you to start the actual task. So, obviously, we still have to learn lots of stuff. We've talked about trends, which is what we got our social, global, environmental, political, legal, and economic. We've still got factors to learn. So, timing, fail emerging technologies, marketing strategy. That's not all of them. Oh, yeah, but there's also legal, political, and economic also in that one. And we're going to do agencies, but see, we already did ACCC today. Anyway, what I want us to start looking at is question one. And to do that, we need to actually choose something to focus on. And I think it's probably a good time to focus on something now because I didn't want us to pick something too early um, and then get too like focused on, oh, I want to start, because I really wanted to, do some theory with you where we just focused on the theory and we weren't like constantly thinking of our project. But okay, I feel like it's time. So, question one is describe the innovation and its use. And then we also need to describe at least one new and emerging technology that is used in the innovation. And remember how we talked about how like you might have um, AirPods, but AirPods are the innovation, but they require Bluetooth Bluetooth connectivity, which is the emerging technology. Or you've got the iPhone, whatever number, and it has biomimicry touch recognition or face recognition, and that's the emerging tech. Anyway, so um, the first step that I want you to do for the rest of the lesson now is to just, I guess, like research, just like get ideas and stuff. Like obviously, you girls were talking about the ring thing, the tap and go smart ring. So that's an example of an innovation that you could do for this case study. And so you would talk about the product itself in question one, and then you would find out what technology is embedded in that allows it to do this function. Um, what is the PayWave technology? Like, what is that actually? Um, and then in question two, which we'll talk about further, but once we've finished all the theory, we'll start to think, okay, so what trends and factors would have actually influenced this and affected its success on the market? Anyway, another example could be you could do the Dot Watch as your innovation. Because lots of emerging tech there. You could do some home automation products, so that could include any of these Amazon Alexa, different versions of Amazon Alexa products, or you could do different of the Google Home products. So that's home automation technologies or innovations. These are Tesla's new tiles. So it is solar panels that don't look like solar panels. They just look like normal roof tiles. So that's a really cool one. Um, it's interesting, this one, and there's like a couple of videos that I'd show you if you want to do it, because it's it's got really limited release because they're not doing offshore manufacturing. They're manufacturing them in Buffalo, and so they can't meet consumer demand. So lots of people have ordered, but they have to just like wait until they're called and told, yeah, it's their turn for install. And also Elon Musk is doing heaps of research and development still to perfect it. So he doesn't really want it to go mass until it's perfect. AirPods, obviously, you could do AirPods. That's an easy one. If you saw what I posted on our D&T story tonight, the old school Motorola that I literally used to have now it's still a flip phone, but it's like you flip it open and it's like one whole screen. Not that I'm ever going to go back now, unfortunately. I'm definitely hooked on Apple. They've got me, but definitely a cool innovation to research, because that's the first of its kind. Um, the Tesla Powerwall are also amazing because this is for the first time people didn't need to rely on a sunny day. They could use the sunny day that was last Tuesday, because the Tesla Powerwall is a lithium battery that allows you to store your solar energy. Um, So you don't always have to have sunny days. You can store it for later. You could pretty much anything Tesla is great. So you could do obviously the autopilot car, which is what Mr. Smith has. Heart in a Box, amazing. A crazy, amazing, revolutionary innovation for the medical industry so that hearts can literally stay alive and pumping while out of the body while waiting to transplant. So it's not like keep it on ice and pray that it will still be viable. It's kind of like, wow, it's still just doing its thing. And as far as it knows, it's still pumping through the arteries. So that's definitely a cool one. Lab grown meat. So that's definitely a new innovation. There's like a picture of what it looks like. So, yeah, growing meat without needing to kill any animals or even agriculturally farm hundreds of animals. I mean, there'd still be ethical issues, but because you only need a stem cell, you probably only need a few just chilling in the back, just doing their thing, keep them as pets, and you'd be able to sort of, it only seems to take a little injection, like taking out a stem cell. Anyway, I'm sure there's still ethical things involved, but I mean, it's looking like a cool thing, and I can see it as definitely the future of meat. So that would be an interesting one. So the meat itself would be the innovation, and the way that they produce it using stem cells would be the emerging technologies. What's this? Oh, yeah. Different artificial intelligence powered drones. Lots of things to look into there. Anyway, these are all just my own example. Like I'm just literally sitting here in bed, like thinking, what can I think of off the top of my head as an example? Oh, Apple Watch. Like, yeah. Anyway, so you can really do anything you want, but I recommend you choose a tech related, something techy, because it's very hard to talk about the emerging technology if it's something that's not techy. Like if you choose, like, yeah, a cool innovation could be like some awesome bike that is made out of bamboo or something. It's technically an innovation, but there's probably no emerging tech involved. So it's just hard to complete that question. You'd be able to do the other questions okay, but for question one, it's much, much easier if you've chosen a techie product as your innovation. So I might just leave it there. So yeah, I really want you to. Hopefully you're good with your trends now. You've got your all your 5 trends. Obviously, if you're away, I would really like you to. Obviously, I know that you would get the notes off someone else. I know you guys do that, which is fantastic. But more so than that, I would really prefer if you could just spend 15 minutes of your time. Look me up on YouTube for my Sydney Catholic Schools page, and the trends are videos 1 to 7 of D&T revision. So you've got social, part 3, blah, blah, blah. They do all just blend into each other, so you can see like it's like the end of global plus political, because I was just sort of talking, and then I'd realize that the time was up. So I'd just continue on the next one. And remember that I have filmed these with the intention of it being HSC revision for Year 12. So when I'm talking in it, I am imagining that I'm talking to my Year 12 class. So if I ever say things and you're like, when did she say that? It's probably because I'm referring to something I've said to them. And I also probably talk about like exam prep more so than the task, but that's okay. It's still listening to me run through the content of that particular trend. So if you were away when we talked about economic, find the video and watch it. Don't just rely on your friend's notes, please. Okay, so yeah, I will see you on Monday. Thanks, girl. Bye.